Do I need to prepare for a confrontation?
How could the author do such a thing? This ending so trite, so derivative.
Hello?
Pardon. I'm afraid you've caught me unawares.
I heard your howls. Are you all right?
Yes. My favorite series of books. I just finished the last one, and it ended poorly. Deus Ex Machina. Very hurried. Speaking of hurried, you seem weary of travel. Please, come, sit with me. Relax. May I offer you something to nosh on?
I do not eat, thank you. I am Drac. I have brought a celebratory hot cider. These mountains could use a little warmth.
Why, thank you, and of course you are. I am Fenton. I may live like a hermit, but I do not read like one. You are notorious. I hope you do not mind if I snack. Take a whiff of this cheese, my new friend. It smells like heaven.
If heaven were a used shoe store. Anyhow, I'm pleased you know of me. However, I don't like being at a disadvantage. Please, tell me about yourself.
I assumed that Grimm had filled you in on that for the show's benefit. I admit this feels so contrived. I knew you were coming, but was coached to play dumb, which I found rather off-putting.
His flair for drama has no bounds, but I'm afraid he was incorrect. You seem quite refined. I see no beast, just a handsome wolf.
You flatter me. Words are my weakness.
Something appears wrong, Fenton. I see your eyes are changing.
Please go.
Why? Did I say something?
What was in that cider?
Cider? Perhaps it's a bit of rum. Grimm likes to spike the...
Get away and take that bottle with you. I'm off to my cage. F*** you.
You don't sound like Fenton.
That stuffy prick? Nah, I'm Sully, the cooler half.
You're the beast inside Fenton?
Let's not make it weird, huh, kid?
I am not a child.
Who f***ing cares, you prick? Your stuffy ass belongs with that hairball. Get lost.
I will return when my friend is back.
Oh, snickerdoodles. I should have warned you. It's not the full moon that transforms Fenton into a beast. It's booze. Thought it may be entertaining, but on second thought, safety first. Better grab him a cage and then maybe he'd be more comfortable moving in. Why don't you go talk to PSL about it?
Fenton, I am so sorry I made you uncomfortable. It appears Grimm was looking for a little drama.
Well, I am not. Please go.
It seemed you were eager for conversation the last time we met, before... What I'm trying to say is... We've got chemistry. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. I do so crave a cozy fire and an intellectual match. I've heard tales of your keen mind and was looking forward to becoming... Well, that's not an option now.
I came to tell you that I secured you a cage in the mansion. You'll get your own suite. It's safe for you there. I promise not to tempt you.
Is it impenetrable? Steel doors? My friend is persistent.
Well, no.
Nobody in the mansion would be safe. Then I wouldn't be safe.
I swear to keep all of my friends and lovers secure in my home.
As nice as that sounds, I don't know these other people. I don't know how they could try to influence me. I want to, really, but my friend just won't let me.
Friend?
The beast inside, Sully, the booze hound, my eternal companion, my only companion.
Sully doesn't sound like a good friend, more like an enemy.
It was like that for a while, but I was so lonely. Here, in my space, I have sovereignty. I've spent over a century here, and I have my books for companions, and not a drop that can lure him out of my controlled grasp. I am sorry, Drac, but I cannot put myself in a place where he can ruin the life I've built.
But you said yourself you are lonely. What is a life if you cannot share it with someone?
You are right, but perhaps I could go if I had the courage. There is a book that is a comfort read of mine, The Tales of Fane Jarstrider. It is so full of adventure that I myself feel bold when I read it. I could take on the world. Get me that tome and I will move in, Sully be damned.
So, tell me about your home.
Well, it is remote, but I've tried to warm it up. Books, fires, cheese, all the comforts a creature could crave. I hope you are comfortable here.
I am quite at home here. Thank you. Is this where you've always lived?
Ah, no, I have traveled the world extensively. Mostly Switzerland and England were places I called my home. And Boston for a bit.
I'm far less traveled, and it shows. You're very sophisticated.
I simply know what I like, but thank you.
Tell me about yourself.
I think you've learned quite a bit about me. The books, the seclusion, what more is there to know?
I can tell you have a nose for the finer things. That cheese you offered, is that the renowned Vieux Bouillon?
It is, how wonderful! Yes, I've been known to be a connoisseur of the good stuff, as they say. I like my crystals sparkling, my cheese stinky, and my thread counts in the thousands.
I'd like to take that thread count for a spin.
The only thing that could make my sheets finer is to have you wrapped in them.
Fur and silk. Sounds fun. But it may be more fun for you to come see my bed first.
Aha, the smell of leather accompanies you. And that can mean but one thing. My book.
I have brought it for you, at great peril.
This means the world to me. With my trusty tome about adventure and courage, I can now feel brave enough to make the journey.
I am so glad. Let us go together.
Let's go experience some of the finer things, shall we? I'm getting used to it, but there's just so much here. Art to examine, books to read, people to talk to, just sensory overload. You must understand, it was only my friend and me for so long. Sully is not an easy person. He's tough, rough around the edges, and needy. I am none of those things, as you can see. If a wolf were a teddy bear, it would be me. I suppose I'm just getting used to being only me, along with being here. It's the biggest adjustment of my life, apart from when he arrived. But I'm glad I'm here. This is what I needed, whether I knew it or not.
Seems like someone trashed the place.
Don't you have assistants to help you with the cleanup?
That's not what I meant. I think it was Sully.
What makes you think that?
Because of the shamrock graffiti and stink of piss.
I will talk to Fenton, or his friend. Fenton, have you returned?
Go away!
Fenton, it's not your fault.
It was. I let my guard down. I can never do that.
Vess didn't know. You didn't know. It's my fault. I should have...
I do not want you to be my nanny or even my steward. I should have been able to take care of myself, and yet I cannot, clearly.
We all make mistakes.
Mine could have cost me you.
But it didn't.
I am too embarrassed to look you in the eye.
Healing of any kind isn't always a straight line. It is not always forward motion. Do you know how many times I have wanted to call my ex in the last century?
I imagine a lot.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know how many times I actually did contact her. But since the show, just once.
I thought you were going to say not once.
That's what I mean. We can mess up and still be making progress. I'm choosing to find a way forward instead of retreading my old mistakes. But if I step backward once in a while, it's okay, as long as the next step I take is in the right direction.
Oh, Drac. Can you help me take these steps forward, then? Hand in hand.
I thought you'd never ask. Fenton, are you available for a visit?
I am too mortified to speak.
Don't be hard on yourself.
Thank you, Drac.
So, tell me what you think of this place.
It is certainly reality television.
How so?
Contrived drama. An atmosphere of unease to pit folks against each other.
Tell me your thoughts on cheese.
Ah, fromage. There is not a kind I do not enjoy. I love the pungent, piquant taste of a good Roquefort. And goat cheese. Oh, the smooth, silky tang. My favorite, my very favorite, is an old Gouda. So old, it forms savory little crystals of pure bliss. Add a little truffle honey and heaven.
It appears I am missing out.
Why don't you have one of Grimm's production assistants eat some and you can take a sip?
You are a genius. Tell me your thoughts on the people here.
I am mighty curious about all of these interesting souls. This has a story within her, that is for certain. Soul is a vampire, and typically my kind don't usually spend time with him. Plus, I don't think as highly of myself as he seems to. What's most interesting to me is how you appear around them.
And how is that?
Unpredictable. Sometimes I think you're trying to truly get closer to them. And other times I feel you are holding back.
Enough about them. How about you?
Pardon?
Do you feel I'm trying to get closer to you or pulling back?
Hard to tell yet, but since you're here, I'll take that as a good sign.
I'm thrilled you're happy to be here and happy to be with me.
Not as thrilled as I am. You have no idea how good it is to see other walls after a century.
Actually, I do have an idea. This show has been a similar awakening for me.
Are your demons at bay?
I have realized I squandered precious time on something that was long gone. It was foolish of me, but the lesson I am learning is priceless.
I agree. It is more precious than gold. The ability to start anew.
I'm glad we talked, Fenton.
Me too.
Now this is classy.
Indeed. I've yearned for time spent with you like this. How wondrous it is to have a date who knows a little something about refinement.
I know more than a little something.
What would you consider the finer things in life, Drac? Well-cut crystal in your home? High thread counts? Vintage blood?
Honestly, for a while, all I needed to make me happy was some blood sorbet in a warm bathtub.
Ah, a good old pint of gin and berries.
The very same.
Do you think perhaps Grimm could get us a few pints?
And draw a bath?
Let's go experience some of the finer things, shall we?
My, it's chilly. Even my cold blood could use some warming.
This is balmy.
My fangs may shatter from shaking.
Come closer. I'm insulated.
And be same-siders? I'm not sure I'm ready for the public ridicule.
There's nobody around, but they do say the hills have eyes.
Judgy hills.
Never did I think books like this could exist. The pictures inside them, the adventures. Granted, they are not exactly sophisticated prose, but these stories do captivate me in a real, visceral way. I am also getting used to this format of turning the book in the wrong direction. But my, manga has captivated me. I must say I'm over the moon. It's marvelous, thank you.
Well, I wasn't positive what you eat, but I figure everyone loves fresh seafood.
Indeed, but it is more fun to catch it yourself.
You fish?
I like to wade into an icy river when the salmon are spawning.
Sounds fishy.
Not at all. It is incredible to marvel at nature's bounty. And to grab those sweet, sweet fishes with your paws and just, it is a veritable all-you-can-swipe buffet.
I apologize about your baked stuffed haddock, then. I see that it's a bit contrived. Cracker crumbs and butter do not exist in nature.
There is artistry here as well, and good company. Thank you for inviting me. It's truly delicious.
As is your company, Fenton. All of this garlic is making my eyes bleed.
Oh my, then let's go elsewhere.
I know how excited you were about the giant meatballs.
They're so bountiful. But bountiful meatballs are nothing compared to your comfort.
I'll be all right. Just being a baby.
It's not childish to be comfortable. In fact, I curate comfort as much as I can. Drac, have you ever tried a weighted blanket?
I sleep upside down.
Ah, well, that would defeat the purpose, I suppose.
It was a nice thought. Thanks for caring about my comfort. And speaking of which, looks like there's a waitress with your bottomless meatballs.
A delight to the senses. I'm glad to see your eyes have dried up. Let us feast.
Tell me about Sully.
Oh, he will never be gone, but he bothers me less. I know he exists. He keeps me on my toes. But luckily, I'm able to understand both myself and him better. With every step I take outside of my old comfort zone, it is a step away from him. And for that, I am thankful. I am blessed for every day I spend without his claws around my heart. But I do pity him.
Pity?
Yes, pity. His life was small. His torture was great. But it wasn't as strong as, well, as strong as what you make me feel. About you. And about myself.
And what do I make you feel?
Gloriously alive, present, engaged, free.
Anything else?
In love.
Come to me.
I may not let you go.
I don't want you to let me go. Well, what do you think?
My senses are in overload. The lights, the smells. Drac, what kind of witchcraft is this? Have we stumbled into a dream?
This, Fenton, is a carnival.
What are these whirling pieces of metal? Are those people flying into the sky on that wheel?
Yes, it's for fun.
Fun? Those folks rocketing down that false mountain are shrieking.
Do you trust me?
I do.
Then take my hand, take a bite of this funnel cake, and let's have some lowbrow fun, you stuffy pup.
I never thought I could roar that loud.
I'd like to try later.
My heart was pounding. That was a thrill.
How about I thrill you with my skills? I can win you that fuzzy squeak toy by knocking down those bottles. What do you say?
Only if we can sample whatever he is selling from that cart. My, is it a sausage wrapped in pastry?
That, good sir, is a corn dog.
And I'm a, well, you know. Let's go back to that mansion of ours.
Here we are, the finale of Love at First Bite, where Drac, our beloved star, will determine who comes out on top. All puns intended. Drac, it has been a long journey, but through all your trials and tribulations, you've arrived at this final, culminating moment. It's time to decide who is your love at first bite. Go ahead, make your choice.
Fenton, you have soothed the savage beast within me as well. You have helped me grow and trust and appreciate all the fine things life has to offer. In you, I have found someone to keep me curious, entertained, and hungry. Thank you for being you. I owe you a debt of gratitude for resurrecting my lust for life.
Drac, before you, I was alone. In every way, I had shut out the very essence of life. I thought my books would do, but the story we are writing is far more intriguing and passionate than anything that has ever been put to page. I cannot wait to see the tale we unfold together, and the new adventures that will come with the break of dusk. Thank you for being my hero.
And that's a wrap! Boy, wasn't it exciting to be on this journey with these two lovebirds? Now, before your dramatic embrace, let's take a look back at the souls we've lost along the way.
Hold up. What do you mean, souls we've lost? Where did everyone go, Grim?
What do you think eliminate meant?
You fiend! This was all for you. For your entertainment, and to claim more souls.
For my entertainment? Drac, have you seen the ratings? It's the biggest show of all time. And yeah, some sacrificial blood had to be spilled. How do you think the DLC funds this project?
They were sacrifices? They were my friends!
They were your table scraps, you ingrate. Look, you have your love. You have your glory or whatever, and now I've got a blossoming career. Now let's finish recording this ending and just...
The only thing I'll be ending is you!
Oh, I like that rage! Show the camera some love! Know what? I'm taking this project in a new direction. Redemption story to revenge saga. Find a way to get to the underworld, Drac, because now I'm taking your lover too. Now you've really got something to fight for. See you soon! You know I can't make you feel like you used to. The glory and all that, I can bring people back from the dead, but I can't change the past.
I know.
I got a little carried away. I wanted the old you back too, but for the wrong reasons.
And I wanted the easy way out. Growth doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't.
So, what now?
I'll bring everyone back. No strings attached. I'm done creating. I'll get back to destruction once I'm done. It was fun, though. For a while.
You weren't very good at it.
Agree to disagree.
Maybe one day.
Fair enough. It's funny how things end up sometimes. This whole show was about teaching Drac to let go, but the irony is, I think it taught him to hold on. Hold on to the ones who make you laugh, the ones who make you think, the ones who make your undead heart go thump. And when you find those people, don't ever let go.
Bah! You didn't miss much.
No, please. You must tell me more.
Seriously. The ruins weren't even that nice before they were ruined. Big blocks of stone, who cares?
But do tell me of the philosophers. The gods, was Zeus truly such a lech? What was Athena like, please?
Bunch of self-important a-holes. You're not missing anything.
I'm afraid you are disappointing me, ma'am.
Okay, fine. You want to hear about the fall?
More than anything.
The leaves changed colors.
I'm afraid I must be going. I'll see you around.
And then, I finished him off with a swipe of me cutlass to his throat.
Bravo! Bravo! One more, please!
Wolfman, you got me worn out. Don't you have books for this sort of thing?
Nothing like non-fiction, coming straight from the source.
I'm glad you like my stories.
Would you be open to... Well, what I'm meaning to ask is...
You want to write my stories?
Pretty please?
Fine, but I want a cut.
As long as it's not off my pelt, it would be an honor.
Then, while Drac's out on a date, I suppose we could spend a little more time together. I have a few saucier tales I could tell you, if you have the stamina for it.
My quill is quivering.
My, you have a lot of questions.
Speaking with you is an absolute dream come true.
Go on.
You're answering all my questions with real historical, lived facts. My heart is thundering out of my chest at the prospect of speaking with the real Pharaoh Nefrit. I'm like a giddy school pup.
But I'm just a person. Yes, I held a title once. Yes, I lived in another time. Why does that make me special to you?
But for all those reasons, you were a pharaoh in ancient Egypt, and I am a scholar.
Be a scholar of the world as it is, and you will find equal wonders. Have you asked what everyone's childhood was like? Their lives before they were? Who they are now? You'll find treasures in them all. Each person here is an entire universe, an entire book still being written. Do not cling to the past, as it is gone. But these creatures are all here now, and you have much to discover.
You are wise, Nefrit. Now tell me, what sorts of games did you play as a child? What were your favorite foods? Can you still eat? What do you think of fine cheeses?
I think we need some delivered, as we may be here a while, friend.